let's talk about the hero for season 2. So,
Nerf James, I just got here. What?
Oh no. All right, let's do it. Quoro spent the 1,000. Let's do this. Welcome everyone to the 3rd annual Rift Wars stream. The goal is every stream, so we've talked about upping production quality. So for this stream, we have some things that we can do. Go like this, go like this. Hopefully it's working. So we got some sound effects we can throw in. Dope hat, thank you. I actually got this in Tokyo, for real. Yo, Proto, are you the one doing the finals? That's insane, dude, if that's the case. I have not played the finals, but I used to be a huge FPS player. In fact, little brag, I used to be ranked top 5% in the world for Halo 3. Well, Proto, best of luck to you. Yes, I am Dev Michael. Yeah, if you don't know, I am the real life, 100% authentic Dev Michael. If I've yelled at you in Discord, this is the face behind it. It was bad. Yo, X-Tort, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Everybody, we appreciate you being here. So we've spent the first couple of minutes talking about Halo. Now I think we should transition into talking about Rift Wars. How about it? So today is a slightly special stream. Viper, hello, I see you. Because we're going to start talking about Season 2. So Season 2 starts this coming Monday, which I believe is the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. And the rollover happens at 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time so that we can be in the office and ready if there are any problems. Yo, Quoro with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, man. I believe that's Champion Quoro. Everyone should know Champion Quoro. We appreciate you being active in the community and giving everyone that's giving feedback. Again, we listen. We are hearing it. So let's talk about how some of that feedback is going to impact Season 2. And we actually, off screen here, we have Reflection James, so one of the other designers, and he's going to assist. I think I have most of the tuning changes for Season 2 in my brain, but I don't want to misspeak or forget anything, so he's going to be assisting with that. So with that, I think we should just jump into tuning first, and then we're going to talk a little bit about features. Super Dad, hello. So we're going to talk a little bit about features, and then the part that we're most excited for is revealing Season 2 hero. So heroes are obviously a huge deal in the game, and we are very excited for this hero. The internal playtesting has been an absolute blast with this hero, so we're very excited to reveal it today on stream. So this will be world exclusive. If you're here on stream, you get to know about the hero before anybody. Okay, with that, let's get into tuning. And then I will keep up with chat. If anybody has questions about the tuning or just in general, put them in chat and I will get to them when I can. Okay, the first thing we will talk about are heroes themselves. So I want to preface with game development is complicated. About 45 minutes ago, we were working on Landshark Hero, and we ran into some problems. And so we had plans to do some work to Landshark Hero, and we're not 100% sure if that's going to make it with the start of Season 2, but that doesn't mean it won't come at some point in Season 2. So keep that in mind. Let's start with nerfs or changes, okay? Yes, Demigod, I know you want Landshark to be great. We are working on it. We do as well. Landshark was our very first hero that we designed, so plenty of room for improvement. And there's nothing wrong with Landshark. We just want to make Landshark better. Okay, the very first hero that we're going to talk about is Plasmabot. We went pretty hard on Plasmabot, and we knew right away that it was likely going to be one of our most powerful heroes. And we were okay with that because, one, it's a good learning experience for us to see how players actually interact with a hero, right? We can only do so much internal playtesting, and then at some point we just have to go, okay, this is where we are. Let's put this out in the world and see what actually happens, right? So we have a lot of data, right? We've seen a lot of feedback on Plasmabot. What's nice though is we're not totally wrecking Plasmabot. So here's what's going to happen with Plasmabot. When a linked unit dies, it will now have a 10-second lifetime. Okay, so it'll function exactly like it does currently. You don't have to pay energy to use it. You can use it once per match, and it persists for the duration of the match. But when that first linked unit dies, it will now only stay as a ghost unit for 10 seconds. When the 10-second timer is up, that unit is gone, and the unit that it was linked to is doing its normal thing anyway, okay? So the reason for this change is obviously there's not a lot of opportunity for counterplay. So counterplay is really important in a PvP game, right? We want your opponent to be able to make decisions as a result of what you're doing with your hero. And when you have some, triple attack speed buffed Skeeter attached to a triple health buff Rock, what can your opponent really do, right? Are we able to unlink troops? So no. So like I said, the rest of the design of Plasma Bot at the moment is unchanged. So, and yes, 10 seconds is where we're starting. That all of this is subject to change at some point. Our goal is to just keep moving and balancing and pushing on things to get things right. So with our initial testing, 10 seconds felt good. Like we still want it to be powerful and fun, but hopefully not broken anymore. Okay, next up, we're gonna talk about what is effectively a side nerf to Pew Hero. So here's the thing. We are fully aware of Pew Hero. In fact, I want to share a fun fact from me. So I play as a free-to-play player on a production account that I don't use any dev tools on. So I am playing legit like anybody else that's not spending money. And that's important to us because we want to understand what everybody else is experiencing. I have about 170 matches on I have been extremely frustrated by a handful of matches against Pew Hero. Talk about counterplay, there's really not much you can do about it. And other heroes were not interacting with Pew like we thought they should be. We have not changed the functionality of Pew Hero yet. We are still discussing if we're going to, but what will happen for season 2 is boulders from Rock Hero, Mega Shark from Land Shark Hero, beehives from Buzzkill Hero, and attack birds from Attack Bird Hero can now all be targets of the Pew Hero ability. So, typical Pew match, you're winning, and then the last 2 rounds, your opponent rips your team apart with Pew Hero, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now there is something you can do about it. If you're playing Buzzkill or Rock or Attack Bird, you can flood the board with those things, and obviously there's still an element of RNG. That's a big thing we're discussing. Pew's really good when it lands, and it sucks when it doesn't. We also want to address that. Like I said, this is an indirect nerf to Pew Hero. The functionality is unchanged. Get your boulders out there, get your beehives, get your attack birds, and shut down that Pew ability, and let's get it off the top used, and then we'll address it some more. So I think that's everything with heroes. Is that correct, James? So that is all the hero work right now. There is really quick, as I kind of weave into talking about units, there is an indirect buff to Buzzkill hero ability in that we have buffed all of our spawner units. So bees, chompers, and mech all got a pretty significant buff, which we will talk about. The reason for that, we feel this ourselves and we see you guys complaining about it, which is totally valid. We heard the feedback that bees and mechs and chompers sucked. Right? Not super powerful. So we've done a buff to all of our spawner units. And as a result, the bees for Buzzkill Hero will also be buffed. So they should be better. Okay, so that's an indirect buff to Buzzkill Hero. Anyway, let's talk about units. We're gonna go a little bit fast. We will post this stuff later. Yeah, summons are fodder. It's a huge change. The specific numbers I will share in just a moment here, but we're gonna get into buffs and nerfs of units. So let's go through this. Okay, first one. So let's talk about nerfs to start. That's how I would prefer to start. And I just really quick, I wanna say that we're very thoughtful about tuning. We look at data, we listen to feedback, we play the game a ton ourselves. What we don't wanna do is nerf stuff into the ground so that it's unusable, because then if you've been investing in it and maybe you just unlocked that unit, like that feels bad. We try to avoid that where possible. What we're really trying to do is not nerf stuff into the ground, but we're looking at what can we also bring up to make more powerful, right? There's kind of a few different approaches to how you tune a game. To start with nerfs, and hopefully there's no riots in here, defender units as a whole have been a bit of, not a problem, but I think everyone here is ready for this. Rock is our number 1 picked unit. Yes, so Rock has had a target on its back for a while now. We don't like what our game devolves into when you're fully leaned into a rock build, especially with like health square modifier or your, 4 defenders, it's not fun to play against, right? What we have done for now is a blanket reduction to health of all of the defender units. So rock has been reduced to 1150 health, Giga Shark is 1000, Pow, is 1100, and then Thunderbloom is 1050. Doesn't sound like a ton. Percentage wise, I think so rock's going from 1500 to 1150, so it's like pretty significant percentage wise. I think that's over like 30% or something. I can't do percent math that fast, but it's a lot. If you're still leaning into like triple health buffs, they're still powerful units and they still serve their purpose, but you're not going to end up with 70,000 health rocks and then you just sit AoE units in the back and you win. So, okay, next up for units, we reduced the AoE radius for bomber. We are still talking about ways to just improve how AoE works in our game in general. So we are fully aware of the fact that our units like to group up. They all love each other. They're best friends. They like to be close. But that means that AoE is kind of troublesome. In the meantime, we're going to reduce the AoE radius of bomber, which we think helps a lot there. So that's all the unit nerfs. So now let's go to some of the unit buffs, and then we'll talk about factions and classes. So we actually have quite a few buffs, and I think some of these are going to surprise you guys. Talking about AoE, found that Dreadfin, our little helicopter whale guy, super underwhelming. So we've increased the AoE radius of Dreadfin. What we think works with Dreadfin, the reason we're not scared of this change is Dreadfin has to get much closer to units than bomber does. So increasing the AoE radius of Dreadfin makes a lot of sense here. Next up, we have increased the damage of Trophy Hunter and Headhunter. When we look at factions and classes, we also need to take into account the strength of individual units. What we're finding, and this is really obvious, is if you're not building into a collector build, Headhunter and Trophy Hunter on their own are not very good units, right? Trophy Hunter is now at 45 damage, and Headhunter, you ready for this? Headhunter is at 95 damage. So he is a little glass cannon. He does absolute work picking them. Yes, for marksman, it's, Trophy Hunter is going to be much more powerful in marksman build, and then Headhunter, even on his own, can actually do some pretty solid work. And so we want to encourage players to pick units, not just because of their faction and class, but the unit itself. Next up, we increased the health of bolters to 350, and we bumped their damage up to 15. So this is another case of units that on their own just felt not all that great. So this is a slight buff to marksman. Everyone, I think, is going to be aware of that. This is the buffs to spawner units, right? So chompers, which are spawned by Forge Master, bees, and mechs that are spawned by Mech Master have all received a health and attack buff. Across the board, all of those units went from 100 health to 250. So that's a huge bump. It's still in a spot where, they're squishy enough that you're not going to flood the board with them. But because they inherit the buffs of their parent units, or in the case of Forge Master, the buffs of the unit that is defeated, having 250 health on a triple star buffed unit gives you a triple health buffed chomper, right? And that can be really powerful. What that did result in, James, did we tune down how many can be spawned? I just want to verify. Okay. So the other part of this, and this is, what's interesting is we are designing for PvP and PvE content. So we have Punching Bag, obviously a huge part of the game. We're continuing to work on improvements for that. There has been a cap on those spawner units, but what we're finding is in Punching Bag, the best strategy most of the time is to just play Buzzkill and Mech Master. So for Season 2, all of the spawner units, Mech Master and Buzzkill will spawn. Okay, so it's currently set to 5, but we're thinking about increasing that to 10. So that would be once they have spawned 10 of those units, they will stop spawning them. So, and yes, all of this will be in the Discord and posted in the game when Season 2 starts. So I believe that's all of the unit stuff. So now let's talk about factions and classes. And this one's pretty quick. So the first one is support. Piggybacking off of looking at defender units and, Rock having a ton of health, support has been incredibly powerful because it's a blanket health increase of 50%. So we've reduced that down to 35%. Nothing else has changed. Support is still team-wide and powerful, but it is now 35%. So, if you're doing like an aggressor build, you're going for damage. We don't want health to always be the go-to best strategy. We want you to have options and, respond to what your opponent's doing. So the other one is Breacher. So what's interesting is back in the day, Breacher was terrible. Nobody used Breacher. And then we kind of overcorrected. And when you get Breacher online and it's doing work, Breacher is terrifying. And there's really not a lot that an opponent can do about it. So the only change to Breacher is we reduced the attack speed, so we call it adrenaline, down to 1.5. So it was, I believe, was it 2 or was it 3? I think it was 3x attack speed, I'm pretty sure. It is now going to be 1.5x. So no other changes though. They'll still get their damage reduction and all that stuff. With season 2, we will also have some new cosmetics. We will have a new skeleton attack bird hero skin. We will have an ice rock hero skin. In just a moment here, I'm going to reveal our new hero, and I can share that skin as well. So the way the resets work each season, if you are in standard rank, nothing happens. You stay exactly where you are. If you are in elite or obsidian, all of you, every single player, whether you're very beginning of elite or rank 1 of obsidian, gets reset back to the beginning of elite. So that's 400 battle points. We are fully aware of what that means for the first couple of days of a season. This is modeled after many other games that do this. So if you don't want to potentially play against absolute cracked top, players, be careful on the first couple of days. But everyone will be at 4,500. And just as a note, this is still early, right? Our game is pretty much brand new for worldwide. And so even today, we're talking about ways to improve the rank progression system and all of that stuff. And we're talking about an actual ranked mode that lives separate and blah, blah, blah. All these conversations are happening. So Proto, we are working on matchmaking stuff. I can't speak to exactly what's going to happen just because a lot of it's still happening. And I don't want to overcommit, but we are working on matchmaking. Our goal is I guess I'll just say this. Our goal, so no one hold me to this, but our goal is to open up matchmaking for Obsidian and Elite players, basically to cover the entire space. So you might sit in queue for longer, but your chances of matching a real person will be, massively higher. So again, this is just a side effect of we're a small team. We don't have millions and millions of dollars to market. So we're growing a little slower. As we get more players in, the bot gets less and less necessary. So, and then last quick thing before I reveal the hero, we are working on a design for end of season rank rewards. The design is basically done. Now it's just we got to get it in the game. In the meantime, what we're going to do is we will do a data query and pull everyone that's in Obsidian rank, and we have created custom titles that will land in your mailbox depending on where you are in Obsidian rank. These will be unavailable to anybody else. So a cool example is if you are in the top 10 of Obsidian, you will get a title that says S1 top 10, and no one else will have that. So this will be for this season. So at the start of season 2, it might take a couple days. We'll get you those titles. We're obviously talking about actual economy rewards. We're just not quite ready to commit to, hey, here's 100 legendary packs, but we want to give titles to people. So we have some really cool titles, and for everybody that's in Obsidian, you will get a season 1 S1 Obsidian title, and so you can show that off. And then the goal would be we'd have season 2 and beyond, and so you can keep earning those titles along with whatever else we add. So like I said, this is just V1. This is what we're doing for now. Oh, I gotta wait, where did that happen? Oh yeah, I see. Oh my gosh, wait. So, okay. I've hydrated. Oh my gosh, I gotta hydrate again? No, this is unfair. This is not fair. I can't do this. How much did you make hydrates cost? This should be like $1 million. I can't, guys. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom 50 times. Yeah, I think they need to be more expensive. They're 1. Okay. All right, I'm fully hydrated. Take a break. Take a break. Okay, let's talk about the hero for season 2. So, our season 2 hero is, drumroll, wait. Season 2 hero is going to be Trophy Hunter. So, Trophy Hunter as a hero, we are very excited for. When we are designing heroes, we look at all of the current mechanics that we've done. So we have heroes that activate when you lose a round. You have heroes that you have to spend energy to use. This hero is our very first passive ability. So you don't technically have to do anything. So the way Trophy Hunter will work is, ready? Everyone get your ears ready. Your very first unit that dies each battle will drop what we're calling a revenge totem. And that revenge totem casts an AoE field around it, and any of your units inside of that AoE field get a massive attack speed boost, okay? So, in our internal testing, we found lots of really fun things that you can do with this. For example, put a little poor Headhunter at the very front of your team, get something like Sledger right next to him, and boom, Headhunter's dead, and now you've got a super attack speed buffed. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, it is 3x. So it's a 3x boost to attack speed. It does stack with other attack speed buffs. Keep in mind, though, that for technical reasons, we have a limit to how fast a unit can attack. So if you hit that limit, you won't be gaining any additional benefit beyond that. And it is only 1 unit. So to clarify, the very first unit on your team that dies will drop the totem. So it is a passive ability in that if any of your units die, it spawns the totem. But obviously, to take full advantage of it, you're going to want to think a lot about placement. And leading with a rock, for example, with triple health buff is probably not the best way to benefit from this hero ability. So that is Trophy Hunter. Trophy Hunter, as usual, will be the final reward of the free battle pass in season 2. It is for the whole round right now, so it persists for the duration of the battle. How big is the AoE? I think it covers like at least a square and a half, if not a little bit more. And stuff might need to be tuned. It's possible, but 2. So it's a radius of 2. What does that mean, though? how many tiles is that? Okay, so it's pre-nerf bomber explosion or post? Pre-nerf bomber explosion. So it's fairly large. Yes, we are aware that it might be a little broken. And yes, this happens every round. You don't have to do anything. If you have Trophy Hunter equipped as your hero, this will happen every round. So we are fully aware that it could be a little too powerful, but we already know how we would tune it if we had to, right? When we launch a hero, we think of all the levers we could pull to fix and adjust things, but as it currently is, it's really fun, really interesting. It makes you think about the game in a different way, which is exciting. All right, let's jump into some battles, guys. So let's just take very first battle here. There we go. Okay, we got it. I know no one redeemed for me to hydrate, but now I need some water. All right. Copy square against Pew Hero. Let's see what we can do. I don't really like any of this, but yeah, it's not what I wanted. Can we expect new troops next season? I just don't want to commit to something that we can't make. So we have some other big features slated for season 3, and our goal is definitely to get new units, new factions, new classes into the game as soon as possible. But, because we can only accomplish so much with the time that we're given, there are other higher priority things at the moment. So I don't know about season 3, but we are working on it. Like, actually, as a part of this milestone, we are working on it. It's actually, it's a lot that has to change and happen to support the way that we want to introduce them. But as I've said a couple times, I'm really proud of how we've solved this problem for our game. One of the things that I can reveal, and this is the most exciting part, is You will not lose the use or access of any other unit in the game. So the way some other games handle this kind of content, like new units, is they unfortunately have to, like, you know, bench or temporarily remove units, and we don't want to do that. We made the decision to let players upgrade units, and if we just suddenly take a unit away from you, that's bad for the game. We don't want to do that. So we have a really cool way that we are introducing units and factions and classes when it's time. Yeah, Beans is gonna not be invited to the mega clan that's gonna form under Koro, I assume. All right, but this is where I start to lose because Beans is going to obliterate my team with Pew Hero. So how can I try to avoid that? I don't want to, you know what? Just to be safe, we're gonna get Tank online, or Defender. Used to be called Tank. It's not called Tank anymore, it's Defender. So let's get that online, let's see what happens here. Okay, so we got Breacher and Pew hero ability. So I was kind of prepared for it. What I wasn't prepared for is dealing with Breacher, unfortunately. But my triple health buff, or sorry, single health buffed Drifter is not doing terrible. Go, buddy. Go, buddy. Now. Okay. So what do we do now? What do we do now? So Beans is obviously screen peeking. So let's get a boulder there. What we want to do is we want to just block off this Breacher play. So this is good, and I assume we're gonna get hit with another round of Pew Hero. Okay, so his Breacher units have nowhere to go now, which is good for us. I know Attack Bird's gonna come down on this left side, but that's okay. Fought them a little before. So let's get that out. Let's get that out. We've got this mega shockwave to deal with. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah. All right. GG. No shark costume yet. Good game, Beans. Senso, here we go. Here we go. Dev Mike the GOAT. I don't know about that. What am I doing? All right, I guess I'm getting bolters because I didn't pick. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's try to get early mutant online. We got 2 of them. Dang, shut down by Forge Master. RIP. Hit him with a sad cry there. So we don't have. Oh. Let's keep this benched. We'll just get rid of this. Actually, maybe I should have kept it because I could have got Aggressor online with the Bomber. That was a misplay. But I think we'll be okay here. Sledger should get rid of this Bomber. Nice. Okay. And this is no modifier, so this is totally vanilla. All right, so Senso's got Aggressor and Strategist going full on damage. So what do we think about that? Let's try to just get some AoE in the back here. Who do I want to target with Charger? I want to keep these guys spread out too. So Senso's got triple AoE units, so I'm going to try my best to keep my units from grouping up. And so that was much better for me. Okay. And then what are we doing here? So I kind of want to get Strategist online, but I also wouldn't mind. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy Giga Shark, so that gives me Disruptor as an option. Let's get health up. And then I was going to say what I want is I want Plasma Bot for the Strategist activation. Dreadfin, I'm not going booster, so backline only. Oh no. Okay, so Viper Sonic just redeemed a dev nerf. So I have to put all my units in the back line. So totally valid. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. So, okay, we got our plasma bot. We're gonna make this work. All right, is this fair? Is this backline only? Okay, so we wanna get you there. Who's salty? You're gonna make me lose. Do it. Get me. And I should probably spend some of my energy. Let's give you that and you that. Okay. All right, we're backline only. Maybe I should have put my boulders a little bit further up. Probably. They're not doing anything. That was a waste. No merging. What is this? Who designed these nerfs, dude? That's rough. Okay. Push Giga forward. Okay, yeah, we can do that. All right, so no merging. So we can't merge. So we're basically done. All we can do is work with what we have. So let's get those here. Do I want to push Giga Shark up? I mean, not really. Push. You want me to push them? I'll try it. Let's do like this then. And then let's see if we can bait any units to there. I literally, all I can do is just replace units, but I kind of like my team, so I think we're just locked in. Let's push Sledger a little. Okay, so we got the target on the front boulder. I don't know if that's gonna matter. We've got Tempest in the back doing some work. Let's see here. Yeah. Here we go. This is looking good. Hey, you can't nerf me. I'm unnerfable. All right, let's buy this. Let's buy this. Let's buy that. We'll buy that. Oh, this is good. There we go. Okay, so at least we have a good bench too. It's a solid bench. Actually, you know what? For fun, let's do this. Let's build out. Choose my hero. Oh, so you guys choose my hero. Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna build out, I guess I have all of Striker if I wanna swap. So Senso got big old Giga Shark and Rock online. The thing is, we got Mutant online early, which is dangerous. That's hard to deal with. Yo, GG Senso. Even with nerfs, you got it. That was a good game. I think what won me that game was getting Mutant online so early. GG Senso. Okay, so what we're gonna do, the win-loss stuff will still count toward me wearing the shark suit, but we're gonna actually have Reflection James jump in and do a battle. So I'm gonna pop out. James, welcome to the stream.
What's up, everyone? Oh man, this is a tough opening hand. I'm new to the game, guys. I'm new to the game. Nerf James, I just got here. What? Okay, James doesn't need nerfing. James is new to the game. I feel like I've got a good foundation with the exception of you playing a health buffed rock on attack square, but yeah, no chance I was winning that. Okay, interesting. No, you can't make me wear the shark suit. I wasn't a part of that deal. Although I was surprised to know that we actually did go ahead and buy a shark suit. And be honest, I was not expecting that. Oh boy, okay, I have to lock back in here. Oh man, this is going horribly. Proto, you're right. This is this is looking really rough. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is all good. It's part of the long-term strategy here. Again, this is fine. This is purposeful. I'm making huge brain moves right now. Oh guys, this is horrible. This is terrible. I
Sell that unit. You have to sell a unit.
So what you? Okay. How about that? If I survive. Oh, all right, we're in. Okay. I'll sell Thunderbloom. I don't want Thunderbloom. Sell them all? No. Dude, whose side are you on, dude? Oh, okay. Oh, that's so bad.
Can we steal a little damage?
I'm trying. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I skipped so many upgrades. I'm new. I'm learning the mechanics of the game still. What is this strategy? Could you explain? Look, I just got here, guys. I was told hop on camera. Okay, good game. I mean, terrible for me, but great game. You crushed that. Wow. That strategy was embarrassing. Someone pick my hero. Someone tell me who to go.
Yeah, let's redeem that, and then if we can get a match with Musics.
Yeah.
How do we say that? We should
Change
ask.
heroes.
I always say it Musics, but maybe it's not.
Is it Musics? Is that how you pronounce it? RB Musics? Who was it that wanted to pick a hero? Was it Beans?
That was Beans.
Beans.
Technically for me, but if he wants to use it for you.
All right, Beans. Yeah, you go crazy. You can have me do it. You can have the Chain Hero or Buzzkill. Go for Plasma Bot. All right.
When Beans pick a hero, picks one of the best. All right.
Alrighty. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of trash talk, Beans. Hey, I feel bad. This sucks, guys.
You know what? You did it yourself. You're the one that said you're new.
Okay, all right. Who am I battling? Someone? Yeah. Let's get that going first. All right, there we go. All right, Musics. If you have the friend code, if not, it's on screen. You said you was new. I'm trying to be nice. I appreciate it. I will pay for coaching if someone wants to offer it up. DPS frontline, chain, pew, backline. GG's. They're a better strat. I feel like I could cook something up. Is music still in here? I'm not seeing any invites from Music.
Someone send an invite. Let's get one more match in.
Gizmo, okay. All right, first person to match. First person to send an invite, I'll battle. Here's a strategy, just win. All right, Gizmo it is. Okay, Beans, I'm gonna show you that I know what I am doing. Oh boy, Duplibot, copied on. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think it should. I think
Okay.
James' losses count toward me wearing the suit. I think that's fair.
I don't think that's fair at all. You know what? I wonder if I can do like... I'm choking so bad. That was awful. At least he knows. Okay. You know what? Hey. Suboptimal placement still won the round. I think that's worth some celebration, guys. Oh, we have a soundboard? Oh, that's awesome. I'm absolutely gonna abuse that. Oh, shoot. Oh, if you put your first pick on the field, do
Skip your hero.
Skip you. So I'm just not gonna. Cool, guys. Cool hero for me to showcase. Just never use. Oh man.
Next time we need to remember to post the friend code.
Wow, guys. This is embarrassing. But maybe, just maybe, I can cook something up here. If I do that, and then maybe one of these.
James, I think what you should do is use the hero ability, and then you have to sell one of the linked units. No merging? Oh god.
Okay, I don't like you winning. It's okay, I don't need merges. I can win with pure raw strategy, maybe. Okay, this is ridiculous. Come on. Yeah, no chance. You need to start losing. I've been losing, Beans. I've been losing. Okay, that's okay. This is fine because we can recover. We can recover.
I'll be
But,
merged.
oh!
Sell it.
Now we have to.
Sell it.
Can't use my hero. I can't merge.
Do wins against devs.
Proto, I sold it. All right. Oh no, I have to sell the Stone Beast too.
They get 2 wins against us. 2 to start the next stream.
Just win. Just win. It's just that easy. Don't merge. Don't place. Don't use your hero. Just win. I like that idea. So I upgraded Stone Beast, so I can't use that. I can't upgrade that. Use your hero ability. Oh, if only someone would let me use the hero ability, but no, you blocked it. There we go. It's all uphill from here. It's all uphill from here.
And tell him I'm gonna drink since there's a hydrate.
Michael is drinking. He is hydrating. Lock the shop. Perfect. Lock the shop. Predict the winner. I predict Gizmo. I don't know. Mutant, Plasma Bot, Rock. Thought I was gonna win. I think you guys might have given me every single debuff that we offer. Every single one. Alright, well. Good game, Gizmo. Yep. Yeah. Man, good games. Good games, everyone. I'm gonna pass the camera back and cry.
We'll have a meeting later about how we can improve our skills as devs. Just kidding. Okay, guys. So super fun stream. This has been a longer one than usual. So we will have to wrap up. We have jobs to get to. Although it's super fun to stream. Musics. If you're able to join next week, we will get you a battle then, but we all have to go back to our desks and do work because we have a bunch of awesome players that are waiting for new stuff and we got to make it. So we will post the change notes in the Discord. So if anybody came late or missed that stuff. So Koro has one last thing. But yeah, we'll post that in the Discord. It will also go into the game when season 2 is live. And then obviously Dana will do what she does and put this together as a YouTube video. So, oh no. All right, let's do it. Koro spent the 1,000. Let's do this. So, give me just a sec here. This is, wait, it's for next stream?
No.
Oh, it's for next stream. Okay. So, look.
That's messed up.
It's open. It's here. James is bummed because it's slightly possible that Dev Michael won't be available next Thursday for the stream, which would mean that James has to wear the shark costume. So we don't have anyone to watch my little boy, so I gotta stay home and watch him. But with that, thank you all for being here. The support on the stream is huge. Continue to hang out with us in the Discord as usual. Tell your friends, tell your family, make your parents download the game. The more people that join, the better for everybody. And let's keep up the momentum here. Season 2, get hyped, lots of cool stuff. Okay, we will drink to that final redemption, and we will see you very soon, everybody. All right, peace.